Final fight here tonight, a professional fight slated for 3 5-minute rounds.
Will we see the Cole Schaefer takedown?
Schaefer investing in the legs early as Callahan throws, slips on the high kick there as Schaefer finds himself on top.
And this is where Schaefer can do some damage. He's on top of somebody raining down shots.
Cole Schaefer, 2-time state champion at 171 pounds. On top of that, qualified for the NCAA championships as a freshman back in 2011.
Nice Grammy roll in for the heel hook.
Brooks Callahan trying to find some heel exposure as he attacks the body of Schaefer.
Anytime you go for that, you're leaving yourself open for shots, and Cole landed a couple good shots there, but Brooks had a chance there. Look, foot stomp from Cole Schaefer.
Jason, the best he's looked in quite a while. Separated they go. Callahan back to the striking. Schaefer lands a stiff shot there.
Big right hand by Schaefer.
Callahan backing up Schaefer, landing a few on the chin.
Brooks landed a couple solid shots on Schaefer right there. He's not backing down. Cole's got to keep those hands up.
Schaefer, another stiff two, landed there in the fire. The two throwing.
Nice knees inside by Cole Schaefer.
Tries to land an uppercut in the disengagement. Lands one there as Schaefer gets another pop from the hometown crowd.
Brooks is taking some shots and he doesn't even seem phased in there. He just keeps walking forward because Schaefer's landed some heavy shots.
Callahan lands a clean one there as Schaefer throws as well. Unable to land as Callahan does once again. Callahan invests in the body as Schaefer now starts to move forward.
Got a barn burner in our main event so far, Blake. These guys are just throwing blows.
Certainly showing out for Heber Valley is Cole Schaefer. Again, found so much success here many years ago. Back and meaning a lot to him as Callahan lands a nice one there. Nice knee up the middle landed by Schaefer.
Nice little short shot by Brooks on the break there. Nice takedown.
Perfectly timed takedown, puts Brooks on his back. Schaefer at home with 90 seconds to go in round one.
And this is what we haven't seen in Cole's losses. He hasn't gone for that takedown, and now you're seeing it here. This is Cole's bread and butter.
Schaefer draped over the back. Callahan trying to find his way back up. Just over a minute to work for Schaefer.
Schaefer's a little high there. He's going to need to scoot back or he's going to end up getting tossed over here. He needs to get those hit backs a little bit. Brooks doing all the right things right now.
Calm, cool, and collected, however, is Schaefer as he just steps over. But a perfectly landed takedown, Jason.
Great takedown. I mean, Brooks is just still marching forward and landing shots. Great boxing, great combinations by Brooks Callahan.
Schaefer pushed him back in that exchange. Now wrapping back up. Callahan tries to get a little creative with that spinning elbow, unable to land it, however. Callahan moved back down to the ground. 30 seconds to go, round one. Callahan gets back up, but opens himself to a couple of shots upstairs. All right, Jason. Through 5 minutes, a nice performance by both. Pretty 50-50, but it seems like Schaefer has had some more positional opportunities.
Yeah, I thought Cole was controlling the fight a little more. He landed some great combinations, but Brooks is not going away tonight. Brooks Callahan is a very tough dude. He came in here, he's bringing it, he's marching forward. He's landed some heavy shots that kind of phase Cole a little bit. Cole gets a huge takedown that we have not seen him utilize in his past few fights. Great competitive, close, super close first round. I'll give a slight edge to Cole Schaefer in that.
Cole Schaefer has not gone to a third round since he fought Eric Munoz in April of 2018. 5 of his last 6 fights have not seen a second round. He heads into his first in quite a while right now.
Hey, both guys pretty fresh for the amount of damage these guys were landing. I don't see any cuts, maybe a little slight sign on Cole's right eye, and Brooks' left eye looked like had a small welt on there.
Brooks Callahan was taken down and controlled for about 90 seconds in his last fight, already gone further than he did against Trent Miller in February of this year.
Cole's not one to just like throw light shots at. Brooks calling him on.
Schaefer lands one clean on the jaw there. Callahan not wearing it at all.
Callahan is waiting to counter. He's waiting for Cole to open up and throw something because he's being very patient.
Callahan's last knockout was 6 fights ago, September of 2019 to be more precise.
Nice check. And there it is right there. He throws a big overhand left. Cole's got to keep that right hand up. Because I feel like Callahan's looking for that one shot right now.
Another nicely timed double leg finds him. Schaefer able to dump Callahan. A big pop once again from the Heber crowd. Near the corner, however, of Callahan. Short elbow landed by Schaefer.
Looks like Callahan's fishing for a submission there. Couldn't quite see because their backs were turned to me.
Jason, we've seen Schaefer find himself on top a few times, but Callahan has been able to get back up.
He's very slick on the bottom. Like, he's not making it easy for Cole Schaefer. He looked like he was looking for a sweep there, going for some type of submission. Callahan is not making it easy on the hometown favorite tonight.
Just near the halfway point of a second round. Schaefer peppering in the shots to the body. And those do add up as you invest in them, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Right now, just a lot of control time for Schaefer's. Callahan doing a great job isolating that right arm. He's looking for a submission there. Looks like he's going for a Kimura. He's searching for it.
Schaefer never been submitted as a professional. KOs have been the kryptonite over the course of the professional career, but we see him able to evade from any sort of attack.
Yeah, Callahan's doing a good job of isolating Cole's right arm. He keeps reaching over there to look like he wants to grab like some sort of Kimura or go for some type of sweep there.
Also to mention, Cole Schaefer, a 5-2 amateur career from 2016 to 2018 as he begins to find offense in round number 2. Schaefer pulling him closer to the center, not wanting him near the cage. Right up against the broadcast booth. Lands a couple of clean shots there. Callahan moves to the back.
Callahan's he's a big guy. Cole can't quite get those hooks in and get anything. I don't think Callahan really has a neck. He can't get any kind of position there, and that foot stomp was nasty by Cole Schaefer.
Stomping on the feet currently is Cole. Some nice knees. He's been investing in those as well, Jason.
He has been. Pretty dominant second round so far by Cole Schaefer. Another big takedown. Right into side control. Let's see if Cole can land some damage these last 46, 45 seconds.
Cole Schaefer pushing his chips to the center of the table in terms of his grappling. It's been all him on top through two.
Yeah, he's got that side control now. Looks like he might be trying to work for a submission. Or going to mount.
Schaefer found himself a lot in that top half guard as well, Jason.
Yeah, he did. Can't tell what he's trying to go for. Looks like he might be trying to isolate that left arm or maybe land a few elbows.
Nice call there, Jason. He's on the opposite side of our view, but that's why we pay you the big bucks.
You know, that's what I'm here for, Blake.
Final seconds of round number 2. A little bit more one-sided, at least positionally, Jason.
Yeah, that second round definitely Cole started to take over a little bit. I felt like Callahan is maybe a little bit gassed right now. He's kind of looking for that one shot where you saw some combinations in that first round.
We see Cole Schaefer being attended to by our cut man Mace Sellers. Jason, we see also Cole Schaefer might be a little bit tired himself, breathing through the mouth, getting the lactic acid out of the arms as well.
Oh yeah, he's 34 years old. He's not a spring chicken anymore.
First fight in 18 months for the Heber native, Cole Schaefer.
I believe he had surgery during that off time. I want to say like a shoulder or elbow surgery. I could be wrong. I believe there was some type of surgery there that he was going through.
Handful of injuries have slowed down the activity of him over the last couple of years. But we head here into a third and final round. He has certainly passed with flying colors, Jason. He's been as good as I have seen him over the last couple of years here tonight.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen him. He utilized his wrestling, something that we've been wanting to see. He's been utilizing that, especially in that second round, pretty much total domination. We'll see if he can continue it and seal the deal in this 5th round. Callahan's ready to go too. Cole's like, no, touch gloves. Cole doesn't touch gloves. There's one thing about Cole Schaefer is when that cage door is locked, you are his enemy.
Top of the third and final round for these two. A little bit less offensive output than we have seen through the first 10 minutes, Jason.
Yeah.
Nice kick to the body there, landed by Schaefer. Callahan stumbles a bit. Looks like it might have been a trip, not sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cole set up that takedown and get that takedown again. Nice Superman punch and low kick. Nice job. Callahan's got some hands on him.
Clean combination by Callahan there. Less output we've seen from Schaefer. Just as we say that, closes the distance, lands a knee in the process as well.
Now Callahan landed a few shots on the break there to wake Cole up a little bit. Said, hey, I'm not going down that easy this round, buddy.
Both fighters calm, cool, and collected, searching for a shot. Callahan with another combination landed.
I'd like to see Cole keep that right hand up. He's starting to drop that right hand a little bit.
Schaefer lands one as well as Callahan. Callahan looks up to the clock. Might be a little tough to see.
I think
Schaefer lands to the body.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I think we might be seeing a little fatigue here. You can hear Cole's corner yelling. He's looking for that headshot. He's looking for the one-punch KO here.
Nice knee to the body landed in the exchange by Schaefer.
He's utilized those nicely tonight. Oh, nice body shot to the left hook right to the chin of Callahan, and it doesn't even faze him. He just keeps walking forward.
As durable as they come is Brooks Callahan, coming up from Blythe, California.
Cole with another little left hook that just lands.
Nice knee landed to separate them from Callahan, getting a little creative in there. Just passing the halfway point of our third and final round.
Nice jab, 1-2 right down the middle from Cole Schaefer.
Callahan throws a leg kick of his own. Schaefer throws down low, but attacks up top.
Now Callahan lands a nice 1-2. Cole might be hurt a little bit.
Callahan going to that knee once again. Looks like a great way to break them apart. Something that he's found here late in our third and final round. Schaefer caught him there as he evaded.
You know, now you're starting to see Callahan bounce back a little bit. He's landing the harder shots in this third round. He's landing the harder combinations. Kind of stumbled Cole a little bit.
Callahan closes the distance.
That knee just missed by Cole Schaefer.
Certainly running on fumes here are the two fighters.
Nice 1-2 again by Callahan.
Callahan landed 3 perfectly on the chin. Schaefer keeps coming forward. Final minute here in our final fight of the evening.
Yeah, if I'm Schaefer, I'm not exchanging with Callahan right now because he's definitely landing the harder shots.
Callahan finds his way to the top. Brooks able to kind of fall into that one. It looks like Schaefer almost fell to his back.
Yeah, I think both guys are gassed right now. Cole not able to land the solid shots like he was in these first 2 rounds, and you're starting to see Callahan landing the more effective shots in this third round. Will it be enough to win him the fight? We don't know.
We will have to see as Schaefer begins to try to set up a head and arm from the bottom. Tough to pull off, but something that could be done. Some of those classic Hoist Gracie UFC 1 kicks from the guard as well from the bottom for Schaefer. Staying active is Schaefer. Final 10 seconds of the round.
Callahan landed some nice elbows from the top now too.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Dan First judge scores the contest 29-28. Stephen Farragher judges the score. Stephen Farragher scores the contest 30-27, and Nathan Burbank scores the contest 30-26, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the Viking, Cole Schaefer!
All right, well, we've been 6 weeks off, but we are finally back March 23rd live from Bonneville High School in Ogden, Utah. Fierce Challenger Series 9. And of course, it's fight week. We got to break down every single fight that's going down. Blake O'Rulean alongside my man, Zach Partridge. Zach, I'm fresh off a plane, but I am jonesing to get up to Ogden, Utah. Excited for this one, man.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this Challenger Series. It's been a minute since we've done a Challenger Series, it feels like. And, it'll be a minute before we do another one, but I'm really excited for this card.
Kicking things off, though, we are going to be in kickboxing. We're going to be kicking things off with the debuting Mallory Melling versus Nakia August. Nakia back after a few months away, her last fight being in Price, Utah in July. Mallory Melling, again, coming up from down south in Cedar City.
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to both of these girls for this fight. I'm super excited because, believe it or not, all you MMA fighters out there and everybody promoting the fights, these two girls are owling everybody in tickets. More people want to come see these two girls than any other matchup on the card. It's the highest selling matchup on the entire card, ironically. And I just think that's great that they're getting that type of support from their family and friends. Nakia always brings a very energetic crowd and a fun energy to the card. And I'm really excited to see what Mallory brings to the cage. And I think it's going to be a really fun scrap from what I've heard from both camps.
All right, coming up next at 170 pounds, 2 debuters. We've got 7 total on this card. This one will be between Brandon Ramirez and Tyler Harris. I know you have some training time with Tyler Harris. As for Brandon Ramirez coming up from St. George.
Yeah, so Brandon Ramirez is actually, he's had a kickboxing match before at Steel Fist, or a Muay Thai fight, sorry. And then, so this is his second fight. And, I I like Brandon a lot. I like his fighting style from watching his fight. And then yeah, Tyler's been training with me at One Hit MMA for a little bit over a year now. And it's something he's been working really hard and diligently to do. Um, it's interesting. I think Brandon's going to be a lot bigger than Tyler. Coming down in weight, Tyler walks around 170. He's been actually having to eat a little extra to try and stay at that weight and not lose too much. His body's completely transformed in the last year. Been working really hard, and Brandon's just one of those guys. We have a great relationship with Fusion and Ace down there, and when we were talking about trying to match up our guys, we kind of felt like this was a good matchup for both of them, and they both work hard, and I think they're gonna. I train with Tyler a lot, and he may look unassuming, but the kid has a really tough chin, and he works really hard, and I think he's gonna put on a really fun show.
Excited to see that matchup between two debuters. All right, we move from the big gloves to the little gloves, moving from the early prelims into our regular prelims. And again, we will get these name pronunciations finalized prior. But Nico Suskan, I really hope I get that right. At some point, I will have that perfect. Jackson Hopes, my man, will take care of that. Versus Mike Trunzo, a couple of other debuters at 145 pounds.
I think it's going to be really high energy. Talk to Nico's coach, his wrestling coach, Mike Jones. Mike Jones is wrestling coach at Excite MMA now, and he just said he's a ball of energy. He's really good wrestler that gets into the scrambles, really exciting, high pace type guy. Mike Trunzo, his dad is one of my main training partners. He's been coming and wanting to fight. That kid's been super dedicated. So he lives in Twin Falls, Idaho. He gets boxing up there. He gets jujitsu up there. And then he comes down for his like hard spar days and stuff with us at One Hit. Drives all the way down 3 hours down, 3 hours back on his Wednesdays or his Mondays to come train with our fight team at One Hit at least once a week. Incredible dedication. Really good hands, really good, tough as nails, just like his dad. I think those two are going to kick off the MMA card with a really exciting, just high paced fight for two amateur debuters.
Austin Cardone versus Skylar Bernasconi. Austin Cardone being the final debuter on this card. As for Skylar Bernasconi, this guy's a showman. This guy is really, really fun to watch, Zach.
Skylar's awesome. And another one, shout out, Mike Jones again. He told me, he's like, dude, you got to get Skylar on your cards. He'll always put on a good show. And I mean, and I've heard from other guys at Jeremy Horn's gym that, Skylar loves to mix it up with the Johan Rubios, Mike Jones, spars hard and puts on a show. He likes to talk a lot. Like I love everything about him. He's a good fighter, solid fighter, puts on an even better show. And Austin, I don't really know what we're in for with him as a debuter, but I mean, the one thing that we've talked about, those Excite MMA fighters have had a lot of success, especially in their debut fights. And I think a lot of it comes from cardio wins a lot. And those guys train hard at Excite MMA. And he's going to push a pace. He's going to be tough as nails. And I'm excited for that fight to see, another matchup between Excite MMA and Jeremy Horn.
All right, we move down to lightweight between Isaac Allen making his return and Austin Munoz, the brother of Jordan Munoz. And this guy is an absolute firecracker, Zach. I had so much fun watching his last fight.
Yeah, he's very athletic, very exciting. Both of them, I thought, like when Austin and his brother Jordan, they expressed interest on being on this card and being in their hometown. And as soon as Isaac Allen's name came across my desk as somebody that was looking to get on another card again, I felt like it was kind of a perfect matchup between two 1-0 guys, debuted at a weight class above 155, coming down to 155, kind of where they should be. It's kind of like their paths are just so similar. Both athletic backgrounds. Obviously, Isaac Allen related to Andrew Mickelson. We all know what kind of athlete he is. And then Austin Munoz, a very good athlete in his own right. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. Could be the fight of the night for me on the prelims.
Also, a little interesting tidbit: Isaac Allen going down 15 pounds. He was at 170 in the debut, now at 155 pounds.
Right, but I believe that he was originally supposed to be a 55er. Get in on short notice as well. So now finding the appropriate weight class, I think it'll make it for an even better fight.
Excited for that one at lightweight. All right, we're back up to 170 pounds. Arjan Jerome back after 8 years away versus Spencer Hansen, who gets another walk for Excite MMA.
Yeah, really interesting. Arjan is good striker, been doing this for a long time, but it's kind of different when you're doing this as a hobby and doing it getting ready for a fight, right? I think I see a lot. I train with a lot of hobbyists in the gym, people that think they're not going to fight again, or you're like, yeah, I want to fight again, but never really commit to doing it. Most of them just stay away. And Arjan's, I think, seeing some of his friends from Elite Performance getting back in there. He was originally scheduled to make his return back in June for us up in Idaho Falls. Had some family matters come up. We're excited to have him back. Now, Spencer Hansen, somebody I'm familiar with, I actually got a corner against him in his debut fight at Steel Fist. Very, very good wrestler. Guy that, ironically, Mike Jones, another common denominator between Excite MMA and Elite Performance on another matchup. Mike said, Spencer, very good wrestler. So I think this is a fight that's going to, Arjan striking or Spencer's wrestling is going to dictate who wins this fight.
Yeah, when we're talking about Spencer Hansen, the debut was on short notice, so he'll definitely have some more prep time leading into this one. So excited to see how that matchup plays out. All right, we stay at welterweight between RJ Wilger and Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson been getting his reps in. We saw him in November in the debut, now his third rep since that date. As for RJ Wilger, top 10 amateur in the entire state of Utah in the welterweight division.
Yeah, I mean, Nick took a short notice fight after he fought Carson, was a lot tougher than Carson said he expected. He's putting in a lot of work. I follow him on social media, and he's constantly, hitting the bag and doing the things. I'd really like to see him get in a gym. He's working on it. I like Nick Jackson's energy, and I just like that he's just throwing himself in there, getting those reps and getting those walks and leveling up. If you watched his second fight at Steel Fist in December, he showed some improvements from his fight in even just a couple of weeks. So, good on him getting in a full camp here versus RJ Wilger, who, RJ, brother of Caden Bentley, who's been fighting at Fierce. He actually fights here. I guess when this drops, he'll have already fought last weekend. But RJ is a stud, comes from a family full of athletes. We're very excited to have him at the Fierce Cage. And again, all those guys come up from Fusion. I mean, they're very well prepared, and I don't expect RJ to be any different. We are heading up to Bonneville High School in Ogden, Utah. Nate Owens, Steven Steyerwalt.
As slick as you get, Brendan Myers.
Probably one of the best fights that I've seen live ever.
Nate Ayers capitalizes on the kickboxing debut. A huge upset for Jordan Munoz. He gets it done in the first. Wow.
First Challenger Series of 2024 coming in hot with former champs and title shot implications in the air. What a show we have got in store for you live from Bonneville High School in Ogden, Utah. This is Fierce Challenger Series 9 presented by Rush Hydro. Hello everyone, Blake O'Rulian alongside Jason Laporte for the first Challenger Series of the year. Jason, we got a fun one in store for us here tonight.
I'm stoked. These Challenger Series fights cards are always so electric. We always leave stunned always leaving wanting more every time we come to these Challenger Series. It's going to be a great night tonight, Blake.
Stacked from top to bottom, 12 fights on the board, 2 professional, 8 amateur, as well as 2 kickboxing to kick off the card. But we got to talk about the top of the marquee. Julian Ruiz facing off against Desmond Manabat, coming up from Las Vegas in our featherweight bout. First walk for Julian Ruiz in over a year, a 7-fight win streak for him, 4-0 as a pro, looking to extend to 4-0 as a pro, I should say, coming into this one. Manabat, a 2-time Fierce FC amateur champion as well, coming back up here for the first time since February of 2021.
Yeah, this is an exciting fight. Julian, one of the top pro prospects in the state right now. He's been on a tear. He's fighting a guy with a little bit more experience than him inside the cage in Desmond. I look for fireworks in that main event tonight.
Hava Owens faces off against Steven Steyerwalt in our co-main event in the bantamweight division. Steyerwalt, Fight of the Year winner last year in February back in Idaho. He's back for the first time in 13 months. As for Hava, he's won 2 of his last 3 and has vastly improved with each walk. It seems like he's just getting better with the years.
Yeah, both of these guys have gotten better and better each walk they've made into the cage. This is one that I've highlighted as Fight of the Night. The winner of this could be in line for the next bantamweight title shot.
We will have to see how it plays out between those 2 bantamweights. Both fighters looking to either even out that record to 500. All right, another interesting storyline coming into this one, Jason. The Munoz brothers, Jordan and Austin. Austin will be on the prelims. Jordan will be later on our main card live on pay-per-view at fiercefightingchampionship.com. Jordan Munoz and Austin Munoz, first time that a pair of brothers will be on a Fierce card since March of 2018. The last time it happened was when the Sorensen brothers faced off against the Prado brothers up in Price, Utah. It's been a little bit of time, but really excited for it.
Yeah, super excited for that. Jordan, anytime Jordan gets in the cage, he's always bringing fireworks. Austin, I haven't seen much of him, but I heard he always brings it when he comes in the cage. Hey, those guys come from a fighting family. We know their dad, Eric, very well. That's always fun.
Some very interesting statistics to come up about their family and when they fight on cards together. Austin, a firecracker, constantly on the front foot, and that is going to be an exciting matchup between Isaac Allen, who's back after a year away as well.
Yeah, that's another fight to mark down on there. That's going to be a pagan fight. This whole card is stacked, Blake.
It's going to be a blast from top to bottom. These first pair of fights are going to be here on our early prelims. The following 5 will be amateur MMA here live on YouTube, and then the main card will be live on pay-per-view at fiercefightingchampionship.com. Jason, let's go down the line a little bit more and talk about some of these over and unders. We love to do these as we lead into our broadcasts. Talking a little bit about Steven Steyerwalt and Hava Owens, 2 fighters where volume has been one of their primary points of attack. 120 total strikes landed between Steven Steyerwalt and Hava Owens tonight.
I'm going to go over. I think this fight goes to decision. I think it's going to be non-stop from the time the bell rings to the time the bell rings for that fight to end. I'm going to go over 120 total significant strikes landed.
All right, we're going to do another one here. Fill in the blank. A win for Hannah Silva tonight does blank for her career. She's dropped her last 3, but they have been in various weight classes. This one tonight, she's going to be back home at strawweight. Curious to see how she plays out.
I think this gets her back going, gets her back in the winning column, gets her back into possibly another, getting her back into another title contention shot. It's going to put her in the right direction.
All right, last one. Buy or sell Isaac Allen out of Agema last year, that one-punch knockout power that he showcased. Do you believe that is his number 1 attribute?
Oh, I'm buying it. This kid's got some power. Don't blink tonight.
Cousin of Andrew Mickelson, certainly excited for his second walk to the cage. Still waiting on kicking off things with our man Jackson Hupp. Still waiting on a few people to congregate around the cage. Also to mention, Jason, not the biggest news in the world, but it's personal to us. Joel Haro is going to be joining us in a little bit here in the broadcast booth again, back for the first time since August of 2023. Always good to have a guy like Joel Haro with us.
Always good to have my coach and teammate on the broadcast booth with us.
He will be cornering Nakia August in the first bout of the evening. We're going to give him a couple of fights to spend some time with his fighter following that bout, and then we will have him here with us in a 3-man booth. But as for now, it'll be Jason Laporte and myself primarily through these first couple of fights. Talking a little bit also about this main card, Jason, Brendan Myers, we're going to do a little buy or sell. Brendan Myers needs an emphatic win tonight to get back into title contention.
Yeah, I think after his last fight, and I think he knows that too. You know, he had a bad outing in his last fight. I think he got back in the gym right away, corrected some of those things, and I look for big things from him tonight, and I think with that big emphatic win tonight, it will get him back into that title contention.
Some more reasons to wonder what the future might look like for Brendan Myers. A little bit of a peek into that later on tonight, live on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view available at fiercefightingchampionship.com. All right, fact or fiction, a win for Julian Ruiz, currently 3-0. If he extends it to 4-0, Jason, does that land him a title fight?
Does it cheat that I already know the answer to this? I would say it's going to land him a title fight. You're 4-0. You've pretty much gone through everybody. It's time for him to get a title shot and make that next step.
Over or under 1.5 rounds between Julian Ruiz and Desmond Manabat. A couple of statistics to help you out with this one. For Ruiz, he's won 5 of his last 6 by finish, an 82% finish rate all time if you include his amateur career. As for Manabat, 3 of his last 4 fights have ended in the first round.
Yeah, this is a fight. I'm going to lean on the over in this one. You know, Julian's a dog. He always brings it. He's tough, but he's calculated. You never see Julian really rush anything in the cage. And Desmond, he's tough. He can take some shots. He can dish out some shots. I'm going to say this one's going to go over that 1.5.
19 local Utah fighters on this card. Topping the bill is 3 out of Excite MMA. Some new faces, a lot of new faces actually, 6 debuters on this card in totality. That's kind of what these Challenger Series are made for, to see a lot of...
To me is Tyler Trunzo making his debut. He's the son of Mike Trunzo, who's a good friend of mine, fights out of One Hit MMA. I'm really looking forward to see what he brings to the table tonight.
Weigh-ins last night, certainly something to behold between all of the different fighters making weight. Skylar Bernasconi out of Elite Performance, he is a showman. He was talking a little bit of smack. He's a show. I mean, he's fun to watch. I mean, he just likes to put on a show for everyone in store, and I think the entire Ogden crowd and everyone tuned in is going to be excited for that here on our prelims.
Yeah, get ready for fireworks with him. I love following him on social media. I like the little, when they were doing the face-off last night, he kind of told his opponent, hey, come here, come closer.
Anything else that flew off the page for you at weigh-ins last night?
You know, there's another huge fight on this card that we haven't talked about yet. It's Sidney Blackwood and Brendan Ferreira. That fight kicking off that main card is going to be fireworks. We've seen both these guys in the Fierce Fighting Championship cage before. Stand-up, dynamic. That's going to be a great fight. Highlight that one on that main card.
Brendan Ferreira, first time back in 12 months. As for Sidney Blackwood, 16 months away. We'll see who has to dust off the cobwebs or if that will even play into the fight at all.
Yeah. I think these guys are going to go out and be banging tonight.
All right, with that, we are going to hold off until the commission is ready. Jackson Hoops will enter in when everyone is present that we need here to kick things off. But as for now, we will lay out and wait for the entrance from Jackson Hoops.
You don't want to tell us how your bracket's doing tonight, Blake?
I was in the 98.7th percentile on day one, and by last night I was at 62% percentile. So not doing too great, but day one was fun. Day one was a lot of fun. How are you doing?
Not too good. Not too good. My champion went out on day one, so that's not very good. I went with Auburn. I thought they were a deep team. I thought they'd get it done, and I didn't want to go with I figured everybody's going to go with the UConns or the Houston, so I tried to pick the dark horse, and they let me down.
All right, we'll be right back with Jackson Hoops to kick off Fierce Challenger Series 9 in just a moment.
Tyler Tomlinson. Dave Fierce fans, for those of you streaming the event live on the Fierce Fighting Championship YouTube channel, and for those of you in attendance here at Bonneville High School in Ogden, Utah, welcome to the Fierce Fighting Championship Challenger Series. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission with Executive Director Scott Bowler in attendance. Dr. Nate Finnerty is also cage side this evening, along with timekeeper Michelle Waite. The judges for this evening are Dan First, Rich Montanez, and Nathan Burbank. And the referees in charge when the fights begin will be Tyler Tomlinson and Dave Selyestead. Fierce fans, we are moments away from our first fight of the evening, but at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome the return of an extremely talented vocalist and musician from Farmington, Utah, Michelle Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One more time, Michelle Smith. All right, Fierce fans, we are now ready for what you all came here to see. 24 mixed martial artists, 12 total fights for one Fierce Fighting Championship evening. So Fierce fans, let the fighters in the back know that you're here. Put your hands together and make some noise! It's going to be a fun night. Our first kickboxing fight of the evening is sponsored by Pat's Media Productions. They provide a top-tier broadcast for whatever you are looking to showcase. This crew, who are behind these cameras and these monitors, work tirelessly to put Fierce Fighting Championship into the living rooms of fierce fans everywhere and provide a platform for these fierce fighters to show the world what they can do. Pat's Media Productions, on behalf of fierce fans everywhere, we thank you. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Nakaya August and then Mallory Melling to the cage.
First of 24 tonight will be Nakaya August. Jason, not the outcome she wanted in the summer, but there is kickboxing prowess in the 9-minute sample size we saw last July.
And that was a dogfight last July. That was a razor close decision fight that could have went either way. She came out on the losing end of it, but I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring back into the cage tonight.
Yeah, talking about Nakaya August being 3 inches shorter than her. Now she will be 4 inches taller than her opponent Mallory Melling, who's about to walk out right now. All right, well, there's a first time for everything. Here is Mallory Melling. Jason, like many debuters we see, the core purpose for her comes from a piqued interest and to see what she is capable of.
I love this. I love this about debuters. I love seeing them come in here and test themselves, test their skills that they've been training on in the gym. This is what makes it MMA exciting.
Let's go and pull up that tail of the tape between Nakaya August and Mallory Melling. Melling, 5 years senior, both fighters identical in height. Nakaya August weighing in at 119.5 pounds, Melling weighing in at 118 pounds. August with an 0-1 record. Melling makes her debut right now. With that, let's take it over to Jackson Hopes.
All right, Fierce fans, this kickboxing fight is sponsored by Pat's Media Productions. This fight is an amateur 120 pounds catch weight bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 119 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Sierra MMA, Fierce MMA, and Phoenix Performance Institute, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Price, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Nakaya August, AKA Kiwi. And introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, making her amateur kickboxing debut. She stands 5 feet tall and weighed in at 118 pounds. Fighting out of Empire MMA, hailing from Cedar City, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Mallory Melling.
First of 24 tonight is Mallory Melling in the red gloves. Following suit is Nakaya August in the blue. This 120-pound kickboxing bout to kick off Fierce Challenger Series 9 is brought to you by Pat's Media, providing a top-tier broadcast for whatever you're looking to showcase. Pat's Media, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
Here we go, Blake.
Tyler Tomlinson, 6 assignments here tonight. Actually went to high school here at Bonneville High School. First time ever officiating here as Nakaya August shoots out of a cannon, active early, Jason.
Yeah, she's coming straight down the pipe, throwing straight punches, moving good. Kind of overwhelming Mallory right now. I don't think Mallory was quite expecting this from Nakaya. And
Nakaya, go ahead.
Nakaya's landing big shots right now. She just landed a nice left hand.
Much less timid than she was back in July of last year. No feeling out process whatsoever as she digs to the body of Melling. Nice head kick landed by the fighter out of Sandy, Utah. Nice combinations. She's really connecting them well together, Jason.
Yeah, she's throwing straight punches. I would expect nothing other than that with Joe Howell in her corner. Nice head kick again by Kiwi.
Back and forth the head kicks go as she clocks upstairs as well. All August through 1 minute. 3 2-minute rounds slated for this one as a big overhand right is thrown in favor of August.
Yeah, nice. She went to the body and right to the head. Nice combination. She's flinching. Now Mallory threw a nice little leg kick there.
Echoes through the gymnasium. Nakaya walks straight through it and invests in the body once again. Solid push kick by Nakaya. Back on the front foot.
Nice little 1-2. Kiwi just bites down on her mouthpiece and just throws shots straight down the middle. I keep calling her Kiwi, I apologize. That's her nickname at the gym, and for those of you at home, I'm talking about Nakaya. Oh, nice 1-2, and she's just landing big shots on Mallory right now.
Final seconds. August unloads. Melling rendered defensive most of the round. Jason, your thoughts? It seems to be all August through 2 minutes.
Yeah, from Kiwi's first fight. She got those nerves out, and she came out. She's aggressive. I still think Mallory's just kind of a little overwhelmed right now. Maybe we'll see her kind of wake up a little bit coming into this second round, but I think it's all Kiwi in the first round.
Looks very composed in the corner, smiling for Mallory Melling out of Empire MMA in Cedar City, Utah, just about 3 hours south from here in Ogden, Utah.
Yeah, she was smiling when they were introducing. She was just happy to be here. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, I love this about MMA. I love this about the debuters coming in there and testing herself. Hey, she's fighting back. She's doing a good job. She landed some nice leg kicks.
Mallory Melling, north of 1 year of extensive boxing and kickboxing training over at Empire MMA, as aforementioned. First of 6 debuters to make the walk tonight. Nakia August, whole different output than she did in the first fight. I mean, she threw more in that first round than she might have in the entire first fight.
Oh yeah, she was aggressive. She was on a mission, and I think she learned from that first fight. She got those first fight jitters out of the way, and you see that aggressiveness from Nakia.
Nakia down 5 pounds at this one, weighing in yesterday at 119.5 pounds. Top of the second round.
And Mallory's still smiling. She's all smiles. She's ready to go.
More action even on the back foot is August, but Melling now closing the distance.
I like Melly, that aggressiveness. She was nice head kick from Kiwi.
Thudding shot to the body, followed up by August.
I like Melling coming forward in that round and taking that take that length away from Kiwi and getting up close to her. She's back at range now, though.
Power shot landed once again by August.
She's setting up her combinations very nicely. See, this is what Melly needs to do. Get in, make it ugly, get in close. Keep Nakia. Oh, nice push kick right to the face.
Head kick lands, get the oohs and ahs out of the Bonneville High School crowd.
I think Melling was still smiling after that.
Look to go back to the well, doesn't land in that one, but follows up with a head kick is August. Got to wonder where the cardiovascular is going to be at with so much output from August, but seeming to wear it well so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little out of breath just from calling this. I think the experience right now of Nakia is just a little bit too much for Melling.
9 minutes of cage time as Melling starts to work a little bit more on the front foot. Steps back and separates the two fighters.
She's having success when she can get inside. It's just getting in there. Nice leg kicks from Melling.
Final 10 seconds of the second round of a possible 3. August follows up, connects cleanly on the chin. More of the same of what we saw in round 1, but a little bit more offense from Melling, I would say.
Yeah, a little more competitive with Melling. I think she's kind of got her wits about her now. She's a little more aggressive. Like I said, I thought she did some great things by coming forward and kind of pressing the issue. But right now, Nakia, she's firing on all cylinders.
We're going to go over to the corner of Nakia. Obviously, you spent so much time with that Sierra MMA crew. Jason, your thoughts on what they might be telling her headed in to the final 2 minutes of this bout?
I think they're trying to tell her to pace herself. You can see her breathing pretty heavy in there. She's doing everything right. She's throwing feints. She's throwing combinations. She's winning the fight. They're just going to tell her to stay calm, keep that distance, keep landing your combinations. You're going to come out a winner.
Spoken with Joel Haro many times about Nakia, about her potential as a fighter, and Joel has mentioned to me that she is one of the most coachable students in the entire gym. Always wanting to learn more, always wanting to improve, and we're seeing that improvement now from what we saw last summer.
Yeah, huge improvements from last summer.
Third and final round of this first of 12 bouts here tonight at Fierce Challenger Series 9.
Melling still smiling over there in the corner. I love it. I love it.
Right back into the action. Nakia landed a knee. Tyler Tomlinson nearly closed the distance, but able to mitigate. Back to the center they go. Another piston of a right hand by August. She throws a couple looping hooks. Whole different tenor this time around than last time is Nakaya as Melling lands, gets a pop.
Every time Melanie comes forward and presses that issue, she's able to land some combinations on there, and then that happens when she's at range. She gets caught with a nice 1-2.
August rings the bell upstairs, follows up with a few more, connecting combinations crisply.
I mean, she is putting her combinations together beautifully tonight. Body, head, following it up with a head kick. There's the combinations are just coming from Nakaya tonight. Both girls breathing a little heavy right now, but that would be expected after
about 5.5 minutes of work. Third and final round right now. August connects, backs out.
Great footwork by August to get out of there as Melling was pushing her forward. She sidestepped right off to the side, avoiding those punches.
Fires straight through the guard is August. Cocks back the head of Melling a few times.
Melling is tough.
Continues to come forward.
She doesn't even look like she's been rocked, and she's been hit with some heavy shots all fight long.
Final seconds looks as August unloads. That will do it. What a way to kick off the show, Jason.
Got the crowd on their feet, Blake.
We will point towards the judges' scorecards, but what about that was 6 minutes of fun?
Yeah, that was a great fight. What a fight to start off the night. Mallory is tough.
Mallory.
She is tough.
Very tough. And Nakaya August, very improved.
Very much improved. Yeah, she's going to be scary. I mean, for her to make those improvements, she looked very good tonight.
We see Mallory speaking with Steve Ergel, one of the main faces over at Empire MMA in Cedar City. Judges' scorecards coming in, and we will make it official in just a few moments. But Nakaya August seemed to be all points in her favor as we will go to the judges' scorecards. We see Joel Haro, who will be joining us in just a few moments. But it'll be tough to top what we just saw in terms of output. Whole lot of fun between these two in our first of two kickboxing bouts here on our early prelims. Got one more still to go as Jackson Hoops is waiting on the official judges' scorecards. Tyler Tomlinson, Mallory, Nakaya all ready to go. Some mutual respect between the two fighters. And with that, looks like we are just about ready to make it official. Jackson Hoops has scorecards in hand, and with that, we will kick it over to him.
Here, fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Nakaya August, a.k.a. Kiwi.
You get to get interviewed now, Kiwi. We didn't get to do this last time. How you feeling tonight?
You know, I lost my grandma right before I walked out on my first fight. Like 15 minutes. I really owe this to her. I did not walk into that fight with the headspace. This one, I did a lot of cross training. Thank you for the Agima Jiu-Jitsu, Standing Boxing Club, Sierra MMA. I want to give a big special thanks to my coaches right here, Jake and Joel, Hector from Phoenix. You guys are great. You guys are my biggest supporters. Thank you to my family who showed up. You guys are amazing. My Sierra family. I owe this to my grandma. So, thank you.
She would be very proud of you tonight.
I hope so.
Congratulations. Give it up for your winner, Nikia August.
All right, welcome back in, everyone, to Fierce Challenger Series 9, presented by Rush Hydro. First of 2 kickboxing matches finished up, and Nikia August getting the win in her sophomore bout. Now moves to 1-1. Jason Laporte racing his way back in. Jason, that was quite an emotional one from Nikia. This one meant a lot to her.
I'm a little choked up myself. I was trying not to cry myself. I was getting a little teared up in there, and I wanted to talk to her a little more about the fight and her improvements from her last fight, but you know, you could tell how much this meant to her tonight with her grandmother passing away before her first fight. This fight meant a lot to her, and you could see that in the post-fight interview.
What a way to kick off the night, and now we will move to our second kickboxing bout of the evening in the welterweight division between Brandon Ramirez and Tyler Harris. Both fighters waiting in the wings, and with that, we'll kick it over to Jackson Hoops to bring him out.
Fierce fans, our final kickboxing fight of the evening is sponsored by Autolocity Motors. As a dealership proudly selling branded title vehicles, Autolocity gets more vehicle for less money. You can rest assured knowing that you get the best deal available. A large selection of vehicles, the best prices in town, and a relaxing, no-pressure atmosphere makes Autolocity hard to beat. Rebuilt, reliable, and real deal, Autolocity Motors. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Tyler Harris and then Brandon Ramirez to the cage.
First of 2 for One Hit MMA tonight. Here is Tyler Harris. Jason, he's got 1 year clocked in at One Hit. Feels like he's accumulated a skill acumen to hold his own in the kickboxing debut.
Yeah, he's in one of the top gyms in the state, especially for kickboxing with Aldo in his corner there. You know these guys always come prepared anytime they step into the cage.
Yeah, Jason told me that it's been helpful for him to be at a gym where there are always a wealth of fighters in camp.
Yeah, that gym is stacked with some of the top fighters in the state.
It's always got to happen once, Jason.
It's got to happen at least one time.
We always got to wait.
The suspense is killing me. Well, he's got a good walkout song.
Great walkout song.
Ramirez to the cage.
A debut walk, but already some combat competition under the resume of Brandon Ramirez. Jason didn't go his way in October in the Muay Thai debut. Gets a crack at kickboxing here tonight, fully fixated on redeeming himself.
Yeah, this could be a replay of the last fight where we saw one fighter already having that experience versus a fighter that making their debut. We'll see if that experience plays out for him tonight, for Brandon tonight.
All right, let's go ahead and pull up that tail of the tape
for this amateur welterweight kickboxing bout. Tyler Harris, 2-year senior, identical in height at 5'11". Both fighters weighing in at 168.5 pounds, and both fighters making their kickboxing debuts right now. With that, let's take it over to Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, this kickboxing fight is sponsored by Autolocity Motors. This fight is an amateur welterweight bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 168.5 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Centerville, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Tyler Harris. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He also stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he also weighed in at 168.5 pounds. Fighting out of Fusion MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, hailing from St. George, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Brandon Ramirez.
Laser focus in the corner of Brandon Ramirez in the red gloves. On the other side is Tyler Harris in the blue gloves. This amateur welterweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Autolocity Motors. Rev up your car shopping experience and enjoy savings of up to 20% off retail prices right here in Ogden, Utah. Autolocity Motors, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Straight to the action we go. Ramirez busy up top.
Ramirez landed a heavy body kick, and he's landed 2 heavy leg kicks.
All out in the storm are the two. Slip by Ramirez. Tyler Harris fired up, Jason.
These two are biting down on their mouthpieces. Those leg kicks are hurting Tyler. Oh, nice little short uppercut by Brandon.
All output by both. Ramirez fully fixated on redeeming himself following his Muay Thai bout last year. Told me a whole lot about that as he invests in the leg kicks. Harris answers back up top.
Yeah, Harris is going to have to do something about that because Ramirez has been landing those since the start of this fight. He's landed about 8 or 9 of them. Now he goes up to the head.
Ramirez loading up to the body as well as to the head. Integrating both punches and kicks very well early, Jason.
Yeah, those body shots are hurting him. Those leg kicks are hurting Tyler right now. But he's not giving up. He's biting down on that mouthpiece.
All smiles from Harris as Ramirez lands at will. Back to the body he goes, connecting cleanly. As he rips the body once again, over and over he goes.
You're seeing the difference right now. Ramirez, he's checking those leg kicks. Harris, a little overwhelmed right at the moment.
Harris being deluged by those leg kicks. Ramirez landing them over and over and over again. 10 seconds to go. First of a possible 3-round fight here between these two. Digging to the body, back upstairs. 8 minutes of fight time in between the two fights so far.
Wow.
It's been fireworks.
It's been all fireworks. I really love what Brandon Ramirez was doing. He saw something in those leg kicks. He capitalized on them. He was throwing some nice body kicks as well as going to the body. Tyler Harris seems a little bit overwhelmed right now.
Your thoughts on what might be being said in the corner of Tyler Harris following those first 2 minutes?
Well, just calm down. Take a deep breath. You see those first fight, that debut, the jitters. You just want to bite down your mouthpiece and just go. And he just kind of needs to take a deep breath, kind of calm things down, put his combinations together, and get back into this fight.
I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, so much output from both. A little bit more, I would say, on the Ramirez side. How do you think that the cardiovascular holds up through these next couple of minutes?
Yeah, I think Tyler Harris is going to have to do something about checking those leg kicks and countering back on those body shots to get Ramirez's attention in this second round. Because right now, Ramirez is having his way with the kicks.
Dave Selyusted, the third man in the cage for this kickboxing bout. 6 assignments for him as well. Straight back to the action is Ramirez. Springing his step, a knee to the body, sets Harris back. It's all open right now for Ramirez.
Yeah, it's Ramirez is pretty much having his way with whatever kick and combination he wants to land. But give it to Tyler Harris. He's just standing there and just taking it. Oh, nice kick to the body by Ramirez.
Harris covers up, connects on the chin.
Ramirez,
in return, answers back.
Yeah, Ramirez took it well.
Right back to the body he goes. Ramirez been attacking it, a primary target for him.
Harris not going away.
Strong leg kick. Harris met with a few more punches upstairs. Down is Harris, and that is going to do it. Brandon Ramirez redeems himself.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal performance. He put it all together tonight. Wow. He looked good tonight, Blake. That was impressive.
Ramirez goes immediately over to check in on his opponent.
Great show of sportsmanship. I love it. Love to see it.
Tyler Harris, nothing to hang his head about. Came out like a firecracker as well. Ramirez just landed a few more accurately.
Yeah, just a little bit more accurate. You know, those first fight jitters. Ramirez already haven't been in here before. You know, and just beautiful combinations throughout the whole first and second round before the finish happened there. So great performance by Brandon Ramirez.
With that, we're going to jump over to a replay presented by Rush Hydro of the finishing sequence. We see the finishing blow on the chin. Brandon Ramirez landed so many before that. All volume. And back-to-back bouts in which an 0-1 fighter is going to get their win. Actually, Ramirez, that was a fight in Muay Thai, I should say. I apologize on that. But he's going to get the win in his kickboxing debut in just a matter of moments. Pacing back and forth as his hand is about to get raised. Tyler Harris speaking. Coaches, teammates, Zach Partridge, a main member of One Hit MMA as well. Looks like we are just about ready to make it official. Dave Selyestead enters to the center of the cage. Ramirez and Harris about to join them. And with that, we'll take it over to our man Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans. Referee Dave Selyestead has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Brandon Ramirez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Brandon Ramirez. Brandon, that was a phenomenal performance tonight. The first round seemed a little competitive. You were landing heavy leg kicks and body shots that first round. Was that the plan tonight, to come in here and land that?
That was the plan. I wanted to go downstairs so we could eventually drop his guard and I could start landing damaging blows to the head. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you definitely did it. You landed some big body shots. I'm going to take a look at the replay screen right up here, and I want you to walk me through this ending combination of how you ended this fight here.
Sorry, I'm kind of blind. I can't really see that. I have bad vision.
Yeah, the replay's a little slow now. We'll just go back to it. Anyways, once again, man, phenomenal performance tonight. You look great. Back in the winner's circle tonight. Do you have anybody you want to give thanks to?
I'd like to give a big thanks to my coach. I've been training there for about 4 years, and I try not to miss practice, and it's really brought the best out of me. I used to be 260 pounds, and I've come a long way from being handed my first loss in October, coming up and finally getting the big. Thank you.
That's huge, man. Congratulations again. We can't wait to see you back in the cage. Congratulations, your winner, Brandon Ramirez.
The new middleweight champ now, Where do you go here? When are you going to defend the title?
Get on your feet, put your hands together,
We're gonna take it.
and make some noise!
I think in April, I want to fight at the UBU April 20th.
Bantamweight champion, Jackson DeGray!
This guy's going to bring it tonight. He will be a handful.
On the button, it's Mike Jones getting it done!
Fierce fans, here we go. Our first MMA fight of the evening is sponsored by FST Filtration. They provide the best manufactured HVAC products for your home and your business. Go to fstfiltration.com, take the 2-minute air filter quiz, place your order, and get fresh air filters delivered to you whenever you need them from FST Filtration. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Michael Trunzo and then Nico Suiscoon to the cage.
A new name out of a well-established gym. Here is Michael Trunzo. Jason, one boxing match under his belt already. He believes his hands will help in securing a victory in the debut.
Yeah, I'm excited about him making his debut. I was at One Hit when he was starting to come to the gym with his dad, Mike Trunzo, and this kid's been a scrapper since he started doing this. So I'm really excited for him to make his debut tonight.
We see his dad just come out of frame. He's been his most reliable resource. Mike Trunzo, as you mentioned, a 2-1 amateur, a top 10 middleweight in the state of Utah. Certainly someone good to have in your corner.
Yeah, it's great to have your dad in your corner. Not only your dad, but a great training partner to have in your corner as well.
Michael Trunzo lives in Idaho. He drives down to One Hit every Wednesday and then trains boxing and jiu-jitsu up north, but gets some more of his rounds down with Aldo and the rest of the company over in Layton, Utah.
I was speaking with his dad before the fights tonight. I said, "Are you nervous?" He said, "Actually, no." He's like, he's ready. He's calm. He's in the right headspace. He's been training hard. He's ready tonight.
Michael Trunzo told me he made the decision last November that he would start to prep towards a fight. 5 months later, we are here at that moment. With that, we're going to bring out Nico Suiscoon. Quite the pop. Here is another fresh face out of Excite MMA. Enter Nico Suiscoon. Jason, 1 year over at Excite MMA, but backed by years of martial arts like wrestling, Muay Thai, and not to mention the endorsement of Mike Jones, a new face to the Excite MMA coaching staff.
Yeah, he's got quite the crowd here tonight, and also having Mike Jones in his corner. Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Just recently became a coach over at Excite MMA, now in the corner. Nico Suiscoon with a little bit of a wrestling background, but also told me he's looking forward to mixing in all aspects of martial arts without limits. Trunzo, a boxer, Suiscoon, primarily a wrestler, but we'll have to see how it plays out between the two of them. Stylistic seems to collide together very well.
Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. Two debuters that are ready to go. Two young and up-and-coming fighters ready to test themselves tonight.
Nico Suiscoon, 1 year at Excite MMA, as well as 3 years of wrestling. Looks to be a secure safety net, but a lifelong martial artist. Began karate at the age of 5. All of that time now leads to this moment. Let's go ahead and pull up that tail of the tape presented by Rush Hydro for this amateur featherweight bout. Suiscoon, 2 years younger. Trunzo will also have the edge in height by 4 inches, standing 5'9". Both fighters weighing in yesterday at 144 pounds, and both fighters make their debuts right now.
Trundle just relaxed in the corner there, just leaning up in the cage, just waiting for the fight to start. Let's go.
Suaskun had to get his mouthpiece in as a scrum of spectators are here in favor of the fighter out of Excite MMA. With that, let's take it over to Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by FST Filtration. This fight is an amateur featherweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. Making his amateur debut, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 143 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Layton, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Michael Trunzo! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur debut. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Excite MMA, hailing from Lehi, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Nico El Changuito Suaskun!
First time for Nico Suaskun in the red gloves. Also debuting is Mike Trunzo in the blue. This featherweight bout is brought to you by FST Filtration. Fresh air filters delivered for when you need them most. FST Filtration, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
Trunzo looks like this is about his 50th pro fight. The way he looks super relaxed in the corner.
Calm, cool, collected, like you mentioned, laying his back on the cage as Suaskun was making his way in. Straight into it we go. Suaskun closes the distance. Trunzo stretches but is short. Trying to figure out that distance management early on, Jason, as Suaskun connects on the chin and enters in on the takedown.
Nice takedown by Suaskun.
Immediately finds his way to the back, locked up on the rear naked choke. He lost it for a second. On the opposite side of the broadcast booth, but there's the tap! Suaskun batting 1,000 in the debut!
What a performance. What a performance by Suaskun. Wow. And he's got quite the pop from the crowd there, Blake. Look at that in the background behind us.
The embrace from head coach Mike Jones. Thrill on one side, agony on the other.
And he's, sorry to interrupt you, I was going to say, he set that up beautifully because he looked like he was standing up. He was light on his feet, he was bouncing, and he shot right for that takedown. That was, and right to the back when the submission. That was phenomenal. That was a great submission.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that replay right now. Suaskun jumps in on the takedown, immediately chases the back, hooks in, lost the grip for a second, connects. And that's all we got for the debut, just 40 seconds or so. And with that, we are going to make it official with Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to rear naked choke, Nico El Changuito Suaskun.
All right, Nico, you got quite the crowd behind you, man. Turn around and say what's up to the crowd.
Yes, sir!
Woo! All right, let's go back here and face the camera. Nico, debut performance, came out here, quick finish, great setup. I'm going to go to the replay screen up here because I want you to walk me through that takedown and that back take.
I saw the legs, went for it, crawled on the back, tried to rip his head off.
You pretty much did rip his head off. So you're 1-0 now. Where do you go from here? You're going to come back and fight again?
Yeah.
I love it, love it. Is there any sponsors, friends, family you want to give a thanks to tonight?
Everyone who's cheering my name, all my coaches, this was all for you. Thank you, Utah!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Nico Suaskun.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back into Fierce Challenger Series 9. Jason, what a way to kick off Challenger Series for 2024. We've had a couple of Fierce Fighting Championship main cards, but we haven't done a Challenger Series. This one's been blowing the roof off this place.
Yeah, this has been pretty awesome. We've been just fight after fight has been great, bangers. I like this Nico kid. That was a great performance.
Your thoughts on that? I mean, that was just dominance bell to bell.
Yeah, I thought he, coming into that, Trunzo looked like he was the calmer fighter, but I think maybe might have been a little too calm. You saw Nico came out. He's light on his feet, set up with a couple combinations, and right for the takedown in the back take. He set that up beautifully.
All right, with that, we are going to move to a catchweight bout at 175 pounds between Skylar Bernasconi and Austin Cardone. With that, let's kick it over to our man, Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Damage Plan Insurance. They are your one-stop shop offering the best coverage and price for your home, auto, and life insurance. Do something today that your future self will thank you for later, and don't settle for anything less than the best. Damage Plan Insurance. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Skylar Bernasconi and then Austin Cardone to the cage.
Back in the small gloves and his first time for Fierce, here is Skylar Bernasconi. Jason, he radiates confidence at every entrance to the cage, and the sterling striking speaks for itself.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun when he gets in the cage. This is going to be an exciting matchup.
In the scouting report for Skylar Bernasconi, I had to write down perpetual pressure, and he loves to goad on his opposition. He is a showman. He wants to put on a show for everyone here. He did a little bit at the weigh-ins. I can't wait to see what he does through these next 9 minutes.
Yeah, this is what you want. Hey, this is what you want, MMA. And he's got the Max Crosby jersey on. I love it. I see you.
Similar personality traits to that of the great Max Crosby is Skylar Bernasconi. Excited for this one as he gets taken care of by his head coach, Jeremy Horn, obviously an MMA legend, to say the least. Skylar Bernasconi, pinpoint accuracy with his hands. 0-1 in a unanimous decision last July in a kickboxing bout, but he is 1-0, as you see on his record there in MMA in the small gloves. A win over Dominic Williams back in February of last year. Back in the small gloves, once again, like I said earlier.
Yeah, seems to be his niche. Maybe he's going to stick to MMA.
We will have to see how it all plays out. Skylar Bernasconi with Austin Cardone waiting in the wings as he enters the cage. Final first-timer on deck tonight is Austin Cardone. Jason, another new name out of Excite MMA, 2 years clocked in, and refers to today as test day. Got a big test in front of him in Skylar Bernasconi.
If there's one thing we know about the Excite MMA guys is they always bring it. They're in every fight. They're never out of a fight. Austin Cardone, I'm excited to see his debut.
Austin Cardone en route to his debut. He told me after 2 years of training, as he acquired more intangibles, he realized that he wanted to take a fight. Now, here it is, test day, like we said. We will have to see how he fares against Skylar Bernasconi. With that, let's go ahead and pull up that tail of the tape presented by Rush Hydro for this amateur 175-pound catchweight bout. Cardone, 1 year senior at 29 years of age. Bernasconi will have the edge in height by 1 inch, standing 6 feet tall. Bernasconi missing weight last night by 1 pound at 176. Cardone weighing in yesterday at 172.5. Bernasconi with a record of 1-0. Cardone to make his debut right now. First time for everything. This one unlike any other. With that, let's go ahead and introduce them with Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Damage Plan Insurance. This fight is an amateur 175 pounds catchweight bout, and it is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyustad. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in above the contracted weight at 176 pounds. Fighting out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance MMA, hailing from Magna, Utah. Fierce fans make some noise for Skyler Bernasconi. And introducing his opponent fighting out of the red corner, making his amateur debut. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 172 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Excite MMA, hailing from Lehigh, Utah. Fierce fans make some noise for Austin Crazy Horse Cardone.
Debuting, Austin Cardone sports the red gloves. Elite Performances, Skyler Bernasconi answers in the blue. This 175-pound catchweight bout is brought to you by Damage Plan Insurance, your one-stop shop for a plan to fit your needs. Damage Plan Insurance, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Cardone converges as Bernasconi throws a whipping uppercut. Slapping leg kick right up against the broadcast booth. Picked up nicely in the microphones, Jason.
Yeah, that was right in front of us.
Bernasconi piecing combinations together. Cardone finding his way inside. A little bit less pressure on the gas pedal from what we've been used to through these first 4 fights, Jason.
Yeah, they're both landing shots. Landing the shot. Skyler's eating them right now and keeps coming forward.
Calm, cool, and collected are the two. Cardone lands a few as Bernasconi trades back.
Skyler going to the body. Oh, nice jab by Cardone.
Nice sweeping leg kick on the outside by Bernasconi.
You can hear Austin's corner slam.
Oh, down is Bernasconi! Austin Cardone knocks out Skyler!
I was just getting ready to say, Austin's corner said, throw over the top. It's there all day long, and 2 seconds later, he lands that shot over the top.
Do you believe it? Austin Cardone makes a name for himself in the debut.
Wow, wow. He listened to his corner. That was beautiful. He took the words right out of my mouth, landing that big overhead. The corner called for the overhand. They said it's there all day long, and he lands it.
If we can, let's get the camera off of Bernasconi as he recovers, and if we could get it on Cardone the best that we can. Passing that test with flying colors. Austin Cardone, one punch power out of Excite MMA. That's a fun name to remember as we move forward through the year of 2024.
Yeah, he kept coming forward. I felt early on Skyler was getting a little better in the combinations. I felt like he was landing more. He was landing nice leg kicks, but Austin Cardone did not go away, kept marching forward.
Let's jump over to that replay, Jason, if you can break it down for us. This replay is presented to you by Rush Hydro.
Yeah, just right here, you see him trading shots just before he lands that overhand. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on camera, but his coaches were telling him to land that overhand, that it was there, and it was there.
Still down is Bernasconi. Dave Selyustad, no opportunity for any follow-ups. Nice call by him as well.
Great call by Dave Selyustad, and Cardone's got some power. That's some power.
Not a lot of them landed cleanly, but the one that did finished it.
That finished it cleanly. He took some good shots early on. Skyler was landing shots. Looks like Skyler's coming to right now.
Bernasconi back up on his feet, hesitant. Struggling to stay up. They got a stool for him as they'll sit him down.
Somebody might want to hold on to him, make sure he doesn't fall over there.
We've got the doctor making sure to take care of Bernasconi at the moment. Questioning, making sure he has his wits about him. Back up to his feet.
Big hand for Skylar Bernasconi. Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyeset has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 29 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Austin Crazy Horse Cardone.
Austin, that was an impressive performance tonight. You guys came out and you were going at it early on. Did you expect that kind of a firefight?
Yeah. I was expecting the hands to go. Was a little bit surprised about a kick, but yeah, expecting a firefight.
So I don't know if they caught it on the broadcast, but I caught it. I heard your corner yelling for that overhand. Did you hear them calling for that overhand?
Not during, but before. Something I kept in mind.
Well, they said it, and you landed it. Impressive performance. Way to make your debut. Are you going to be back to fight for us again?
I'll have to give it some thought, but after that win, I'm leaning more towards yeah.
I love it. I love it. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, give thanks to, sponsors, friends, family?
Wanted to give a shout out to my coaches. Wanted to say a big, huge thanks to Mark, Brian, Mike, Carson. You know, thanks for not giving up on me. My friends and family helping me along the way, and my gym mates also pushing me. Thank you, guys.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Austin Cardone.
Hard one. And you should have another one to go. And people ask me all the time, bro, you're 37. You're training so hard. I'm going to show you guys a secret. What get me going? This is what get me going. Yoshi Hydro, developed by one of the best dietitians, Marcelo Frel. That's the first thing that I take. I've been taking after weighing. So I go to UFC and make weight. That's the first thing that I take and recover. And that's the thing that's going to get me going to the next session. Yoshi Hydro. I told you guys, the second round is done. Yoshi Hydro. That thing going to get you going. Make sure you get yours.
Welcome back into Hydro. What a show we have had so far. Austin Cardone emphasizing the debut with that knockout finish. We hope Skylar Bernasconi is okay. We saw him head out of the cage. We see Austin Cardone exiting. Big pop from the crowd. It seemed like he really picked up the love from the audience as that fight went on.
Yeah, great, respectful, he's great, he's tough, and he obviously hits like a Mack truck.
Looks like we are just about ready to head down to 155 pounds between Austin Munoz and Isaac Allen. With that, we'll bring him out with Jackson Hoops.
Our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Detail Sharks. With over 10 years of experience, they have polished the Thunderbirds, cleaned the roller coasters at Lagoon, ceramic-coated supercars, but more importantly, they've mastered the art of shampooing and detailing your vehicles. For all of your mobile detailing needs, trust Detail Sharks. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Austin Munoz and then Isaac Allen to the cage.
All right, first in a pair of Munoz's occupying the card tonight will be Austin Munoz. Jason, a flashy finisher who can generate offense in seemingly any position.
Yeah, another guy that's got a lot of power, comes from a fighting family. This is a name to kind of mark on the list tonight as one of the good fights tonight.
Second time ever in Fierce history that two siblings will fight on the same card. Jordan Munoz, his brother, the amateur veteran, to fight later on. But Austin Munoz, a firecracker who was always on the front foot. Offense comes first with this guy.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. This guy's going to come forward. I'd expect nothing else with his dad being Eric Munoz, who's a brawler and loves to come forward and put the pressure on.
Austin Munoz was 2 for 2 on takedowns in the debut last August. He won that fight by a first-round submission, a rear naked choke to be more specific. His second takedown was the one that led to the submission, and down now 15 pounds at 155 for this one. Calculated in the cut, made his way to 156 pounds as he prepares to enter for his second bout of his amateur MMA career. Also getting some love from the Ogden crowd. Trains nearby at Team Link in Layton, Utah, is Austin Munoz. Excited to see how he fares in this one. One year removed from the standout debut, back is Isaac Allen. Jason, similar to other exciting amateurs currently on their way up, when Isaac has you hurt, he goes on the attack like few can.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. Both 1-0, both coming at top gyms out of the state. Isaac Allen fighting out of Agema. We got Austin Munoz out of Team Link. This is a great matchup of two up-and-coming 1-0 fighters.
Isaac Allen, the cousin of Andrew Mickelson, who just secured a win in the pro debut last month, one of the most dominant fighters in the entire state.
Yeah, not bad having that guy as your cousin.
Isaac Allen, fresh off of that win last year over Brandon Duncan. The right hand tags in desolating fashion. He also follows those up with ample leg kicks as well. With that, let's go ahead and pull up that tail of the tape presented by Rush Hydro for this amateur lightweight bout. Munoz, 4 years senior, also 1 inch taller, will fly by way of Munoz. Munoz weighing in at 156 pounds, Allen weighing in at 155.5 pounds. Both fighters putting their records on the line at 1-0. Isaac Allen, spoke to him a little bit yesterday prior to stepping on the scale, told me he cut about 17 pounds, down from 170 in the first fight to now at 55 as well. Both of these fighters very similar in a lot of ways, Jason.
Yeah, I like seeing this. I like seeing these guys fighting at their natural weight classes. They both look really good at this weight class. They look big, they look strong.
All right, and with that, we are just about ready. Let's kick it over to Jackson Hopes.
All right, Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Detail Sharks. This fight is an amateur lightweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyestad. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Team Link Utah Training Center, hailing from Ogden, Utah, Fierce fans, make some noise for Austin Munoz. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 155.5 pounds. Fighting out of Agema Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Provo, Utah, by way of Roseburg, Oregon. Fierce fans, make some noise for Isaac Allen.
Second rep for Isaac Allen in the red gloves. First time for Fierce is Austin Munoz, who will swing with blue. This lightweight bout is brought to you by Detail Sharks. Leave your vehicle looking and feeling like it just rolled off the lot. Detail Sharks, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
The Mickelson genes run deep with Isaac Allen. He looks like a mirror image of his cousin, Andrew.
Austin Munoz winds up for that one, swings for the fences and finds himself entering in on the takedown. Allen pops back up. Allen is floored as Munoz begins to lead the dance. Just 30 seconds in to this bout. The ground and pound ensues. Some more adversity than Isaac Allen felt in the first fight, Jason.
Yeah. Right now, Austin Munoz is just pressure, pressure, pressure. Let's go. And they're back on their feet. Let's go.
Interesting that he let Allen right back up. Curious to see what Munoz generates. Allen now finds it on the chin. Beautiful takedown as Allen went for the head kick.
Yeah, that was a beautiful takedown. He timed that just right. When Munoz gets on top, so I'm surprised, like you said, he let him up because he's doing some damage on the bottom. Allen doing a good job of avoiding the heavy shots there from the bottom. It looks like he's searching for a submission, trying to trap an arm there. That left arm, it looks like he's trying to trap it.
Staying active is Allen. 18 months of work clocked in at Agima Jiu-Jitsu in Provo, Utah for Allen, as he's eaten a couple of hammer fists from Munoz.
I'm surprised Munoz let him up there. I felt like he was having success with that ground and pound. Maybe he feels like he can land a shot here. We'll see.
Munoz, similar to his debut, shot out of a cannon. In was the head kick, slipped by Munoz. Allen now trying to wrap up a guillotine.
I don't think he quite has it under the chin yet. And he's fighting the arms. He doesn't have it right now. Great job by Munoz defending that choke.
Munoz mentioned being gassed after just 2 minutes of action. Curious to see how things play out for the Firecracker. Allen seems to be cinching it up a little bit more. Looks like the angle is lost now, Jason, but a knee followed up by Allen. Munoz in the face of Allen, standing his ground, is the fighter out of Provo.
What a fight. These two are non-stop in there. Munoz landed big shots, Allen coming right back. Allen a little busted up right now. They're both breathing super heavy right now.
Solid leg kick landed, one of the cleaner shots for Allen thus far. 30 seconds to go in this first round, and what has flown by and packed with action.
We're going to see who's got the cardio right now. They're both breathing super heavy. Allen's giving Munoz a little smile. Munoz smiling back.
Munoz clocks Allen on the chin as Allen stretches forward. 10 ticks to go in what has been an action-packed round one. Calf kick for Allen. Oh, down! Cocked back the head was Allen.
Wow, what
Jason,
a round.
From the angle we had, it looked almost as if Isaac Allen had been knocked out. Munoz almost closes the distance and borderline held him up.
Wow, what a first round. These guys are just throwing down. That was a great first round.
It looked as though that could have been the finishing shot. It's not. We now see Andrew Mickelson in the corner of Isaac Allen, down one, as it seems to be a lot of offense by Munoz through three.
Yeah, Munoz very aggressive. He landed some beautiful takedowns. I kind of would have liked to see him stay on top because I felt like he was being busy. He was body head. He was landing some damage. Maybe he felt like he was in a little bit of danger down there. I don't know. Either way, I feel like Munoz took that first round. We'll see who's got the cardio going into the second round.
Austin Munoz and Isaac Allen both in uncharted territories now. Both of their first fights were by finish in the first round. Munoz's was by a submission. Allen's was by a KO. And now we will see how the gas tank holds up for both headed into the top of this one.
Absolute fireworks tonight, Blake.
Speechless at the performances thus far. Back at the center of the cage are the two lightweights. Much more calculated now that the distance has been managed. Munoz jumps in, closes the distance.
That was a big knee to the body by Munoz. That hurt Allen bad.
Cleanly checks, he loads up. Allen sprawls, wraps the neck once again. Squeezing for it again. He went to that well earlier, Jason.
Yeah, Munoz is defending that very well, though. Each time he's got that up, he's defended it. He's defended it well.
Allen punches out, unable to land. Munoz loads up.
Allen is down and Munoz gets it done.
Wow. And the crowd is going crazy right now.
The Ogden crowd in awe of Austin Munoz. Jason, I'm speechless.
I am too. I don't know what to say. That was a great fight, great back and forth. Munoz, very aggressive. I felt like he could see that one shot. He was looking for it, and he got it. He almost got it into that first round. You've seen him get it towards the end of the second round.
Swings for the fences until they land, and Austin Munoz is going to extend that record to 2-0. Isaac Allen back up, has his wits about him on the stool. Second round finish for the fighter out of Team Link in Layton, Utah. The trajectory on this kid just skyrocketed, Jason.
We're 5 fights in, and we've had 5 fight of the night candidates so far tonight. This has been a great night, Blake.
We see Isaac Allen, I apologize, seated. Austin Munoz standing. All respect between the two as they go over to each other. An absolute war. Chaos covered the entirety of that bout. And Austin Munoz is about to get his hand raised right now. We'll take it over to Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Seljestad has called a stop to this contest at 55 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Austin Munoz.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner tonight, Austin, you brought quite the crowd here with you tonight.
Always. I love my supporters.
I love it. So that was a back and forth first round. You were both going at it. Both of you in some tough spots in there. Did you expect that first round to go the way it did?
No, not at all. A lot tougher than expected, though, that's for sure. He's one tough son of a bitch. That's for sure.
So coming into that second round, you seemed to be a little more calm and collected. Seemed like you were looking for that big shot. Did you think you were going to land that big shot?
Eventually, yeah, but I was hoping for earlier because I'm tired. First round was tough. So I had to definitely slow it down or else I was going to gas out fast in that second.
I want to take a look at the big screen up here. I want you to take a look here and kind of walk me through this finish and what you saw and how you landed that big overhand. It's kind of quick.
Yeah, I don't know, I was setting it up, face jab, body jab, overhand, full body into it. I leaned full body into it and it worked.
Yeah, beautiful finish. You're 2-0 now. Are we going to see you back in the cage?
I guess we'll see.
I love it. Anybody you want to give thanks to tonight? Family, friends, sponsors?
I want to thank Team Link. I want to thank all my brothers, friends, family, every single person who's here to support me, and all my sponsors. Really just thank my brother for getting me back in here. Without him, I wouldn't be in here. And thank my dad for getting us into this, and then Fabio for coaching us all through it. Especially them, but especially my family, Mom, Lance, my stepdad.
Mom's right there.
That's my mom's out there. Mom's out there, and then my girlfriend for always supporting me.
Right on, ladies and gentlemen, get up your winner, Mr. Austin Munoz.
almost is taking it a step above.
It really is. We have not had a bad fight tonight. They have all been barn burners.
It's also been very difficult to call all the action all at once. It's been absolute offense from the second the bell rings.
Yeah, it's like there's no break. I'm just as tired as the fighters are, and they're trying to call these fights.
Having an absolute blast, and this one looks to follow suit. Arjan Jerome facing off against Spencer Hansen. Spencer Hansen out of Excite MMA. They're 2-0 so far. They're looking to go undefeated tonight.
Yeah, these guys are a problem. They got Mike Jones down there now coaching. Maybe we see them go on another run where they win 8, 9, 10 fights in a row again out of Excite MMA.
All right, with that, it looks like we are just about ready to bring out the next pair of fighters. For that, we will give it to our man, Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Sketty To Go. As a proud local business focused on making every experience a delightful memory, Sketty To Go is a fun and friendly restaurant in Layton, Utah. They use the best ingredients and provide a positive atmosphere. Stop by their restaurant in person, let them cater your next event, or order online at skettytogo.com. Get your Sketty on at Sketty To Go. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Arjan Jerome and then Spencer Hansen to the cage.
Nearly 8 years removed from MMA competition, back en route to the cage is Arjan Jerome. Jason, there was certainly some striking competency in 2016. I can't imagine what that has evolved into in his time away.
Yeah, only time will tell what's going to happen from his time being away. I'm sure he's polished up some things. We're probably going to see a completely different fighter than the last time we saw him step in the cage.
We see Andrew Boquette and Jeremy Horn in the corner. They cornered Arjan 8 years ago, a firm foundation for him over at Elite Performance. Not a couple of bad guys to have in your corner.
No, not a bad corner at all.
2,878 days since his last bout. His debut was down in Hurricane, Utah, just about 10 miles east of St. George. And I do have to mention, he competed in a significantly larger cage, probably 2, maybe even 3 times larger than the size of this one, Jason.
Oh, yeah, that cage down there was huge.
Will certainly be different, but Arjan Jerome back for the first time. His debut, he was 26 years old. He turns 34 on Monday. Excited to see where the gaps have been filled for the fighter out of Elite Performance in Salt Lake City.
He's been hitting the gym, that's for sure. He looks huge in there tonight. He's a big kid.
Turning it around just months after his inaugural walk is Excite MMA's Spencer Hansen. Jason, he looked great in the opening moments of the debut, just cut a little bit short for us to really see his style in full form.
Yeah, I'd like to see what he brings now, get him a little bit more of a camp in there, get those first fight jitters out of the way, and let's see what he brings tonight.
Spencer Hansen took his debut on short notice, clearly more time in the lead up to his sophomore appearance. We will see how he fares in his second amateur walk.
It's another great matchup, both these guys. They both look in phenomenal shape. They look great, both look conditioned.
With that, let's go ahead and pull up our tail of the tape presented by Rush Hydro. This amateur welterweight bout between Arjan Jerome as well as Spencer Hansen. Jerome, 6 years senior, again, turns 34 on Monday. 3 inches taller will also be in favor of Jerome. Spencer Hansen weighed in yesterday at 170 pounds. Jerome weighing in at 169.5. Both fighters with no win in their record just yet. One of them will get a tick in their W in a matter of moments. With that, let's take it over to Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Sketty To Go. This fight is an amateur welterweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 169 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance MMA, hailing from Lehigh, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Arjan Jerome! And
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also holding an amateur record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Excite MMA, hailing from Lehi, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Spencer Hansen!
Excite MMA's Spencer Hansen in the red gloves. Long-awaited return for Arjan Jerome stands across in the blue. This welterweight bout is brought to you by Sketty To Go, quality spaghetti without the weight. Open now in Layton, Utah. Sketty To Go, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Arjan doing a good job, some feints and connecting on Hansen. Quick timeout by Dave Selystead.
Hansen lost his mouthpiece there. Arjan hit him with a nice shot there, kind of rung his bell a little bit.
Quick connection between the two as they separate once again. Spencer Hansen's debut was back in December. A 3-month layoff for the fighter out of Excite MMA, looking to extend their camp streak to 3 right now as he blitzes. Arjan privy to it. A little bit more of a feeling out process than we've seen thus far, Jason.
Yeah, a lot more, a little bit different than the previous 5 fights we've seen tonight.
Hansen looking to dump, he will. Finds Arjan on his back and immediately gets to work is Hansen.
I could tell by that takedown, this is where Hansen wants this fight, is on the ground.
Shot for a takedown in the opening seconds of his first fight. Able to land this one. And now more home is Hansen.
Yeah, landing heavy pressure right now from Hansen. Arjan doing a good job getting his knee in there and right into side control there. Nice job by Hansen.
Arjan kept his first fight primarily standing, did secure a couple of slick reversals when taken down, but Hansen's pressure seems to be giving problems thus far.
Yeah, Hansen with heavy pressure. Looks like he's trying to sneak that leg through and go to mount.
And see Hansen trying to free that leg up, Jason, just like you said. He's met by the cage.
Yeah, and he's just driving that shoulder in his head. Heavy pressure from Hansen on top right now. Just suffocating Arjan. It's a position I do not like to be in jiu-jitsu, Blake. We're right in Hansen's corner. Hansen passing straight to side control.
Spencer Hansen garners power with every punch that he throws. In a tight spot right now as he transitions to mount. Finds himself in his home corner and a pop from the crowd.
Nothing clean flush yet, but that pressure from Hansen is just too much so far in this first round.
Final seconds of round 1. Dave Selystead thinking about it. Arjan, great job recovering, making sure he covers up. And now we will go to a second round. First time for Spencer Hansen.
Yeah, I like Dave letting that go. Nothing real heavy landing, nothing real clean, letting those last few seconds ride out there. Great round by Spencer Hansen. Great pressure, got the takedown, capitalized on it, landed some damage.
Over in the corner of Arjan Jerome. Not the best way to come back after 8 years away. Jason, your thoughts on what might be being said between Jeremy Horn as well as Andrew Bouquet?
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get his composure there, just kind of relax. Try to keep the fight standing. I think he knows the game plan now. If Hansen's going to want to get that fight to the ground, Arjan's going to want to keep the fight. I mean, he landed a really good shot to start the fight when Spencer shot. He landed a good shot, knocked out the mouthpiece. So he knows it's coming. And if he can land a shot, he may be able to put Spencer Hansen out.
A primary attack for Arjan was his accurate leg kicks back in the debut. Again, it has been so much time. We will have to see if he goes back to that in any way. Top of the second round of a possible 3 between these two. back in on the takedown, finds Arjan down. The up kick by Arjan gives Hansen a little bit more trouble trying to get his way over to mount. Jason?
Yeah, you can just see the difference once this fight goes to the ground. Hansen just a little bit more skilled on the ground than Arjan right now, and we're back in the same position we were in to finish that first round. Dave taking a close look. This fight could be done here in any second.
More offense from Hansen. Arjan begins to move a little bit more. Jason, we're hearing from the corner of Arjan that he has to move in order to get some sort of offense going or just render more defensive. He's looking to do so right now.
How gassed, how much energy is he using trying to get up, and he's right back in that position. That's got to be deflating. When you get that close to reversing that position, he's right back on his back with Spencer landing shots.
More of the same. Dave Selyestedt is going to call it. Spencer Hansen at his suffocating best, and Excite MMA goes 3-0 on the night.
Great performance by Spencer Hansen. He did what he wanted to do. He got the takedown. He controlled it. Ground and pound. Ooh, look, Spencer's got a little cut there. Was that from that up kick?
It must have been ideal outcome for the bloodied fighter out of Excite MMA. Spencer Hansen is going to move to 1-1. Tough night out for Arjan Jerome, but showed a lot of promise. Jason Laporte on his way to getting the post-fight interview. And with that, it is with my pleasure that we get to bring in my guy, Joel Haro, into the broadcast booth. Joel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Blake. Thanks for asking. How about yourself, my friend?
I'm hearing a little bit of hoarseness in the voice. Are you? Did you just corner a fight or something like that?
Sure did. Nakaya did great in her second kickboxing fight. Can't say enough good things about her. She did everything we asked for. Everything we told her to do was great.
Arjan Jerome, a valiant effort, unfortunately unable to get his hand raised in this one. Spencer Hansen, the moment belongs to him as he gets wiped off by his coach, Carson Hardman, prior to getting his hand raised. Looks like we are just about ready to make it official. Dave Selyestedt awaiting center of the cage. And with that, we will kick it over to our man, Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyestedt has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 12 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by referee stoppage due to ground and pound. Out of the red corner, Spencer Hansen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here at the winner, Spencer Hansen. Spencer, that was a dominant performance. Took it right to the ground, dominant. It looked like he caught you with a shot when you shot early in that first round. Were you stunned at any point in that first round?
Absolutely, he's got super heavy hands. Thank you so much for the fight.
Was that the plan, to get that fight to the ground and finish it like that?
Absolutely.
I love it. What's next for you? Come in here, you get a big win. Where do you go from here?
I just keep training. I really just do this for keep the weight off, you know?
Well, you're doing a pretty good job at it.
My wife says otherwise.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Sponsors, friends, family?
Well, I think everybody who's involved in my life, my coaches, my wife, watching my 3 kids, I think they're here. I don't know where, but thanks for coming out and watching me. And God, of course.
Right on, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Mr. Spencer Hansen. You're the new middleweight champ now. Where do you go here? When are you going to defend the title?
Get on your feet, put your hands together, and make some noise!
I think in April, I want to fight at the UBU, April 20th.
Bantamweight champion, Jackson DeGray!
This guy's going to bring it tonight. He will be a handful.
On the button, it's Mike Jones getting it done!
All right, welcome back into Fierce Challenger Series 9, presented by Rush Hydro. Blake O'Ruling alongside Jason Laporte, and as mentioned earlier on, Joel Haro in the broadcast booth as well. Jason, what a showing by Spencer Hansen. I mean, that was a really, really solid performance. So much better than how things showed out in the first fight.
Yeah, executed his game plan perfectly. I was talking to him after the interview, asking him about where the cut came from, if it came from the up kick. He says it might have came from the fence when he was going for the takedown. He thinks grinding against the fence may have split that eye open a little bit.
Still goes through with the win for Spencer Hansen. And now we headline the prelims between RJ Wilgar and Nick Jackson. RJ Wilgar, another fighter out of Fusion MMA in St. George. Nick Jackson, the lone independent on this card. Jason, we saw him in November. I'm curious to see how he plays out here. He got a win a few weeks following his initial loss, but we'll see how he looks in his third walk.
Yeah, I mean, I always love seeing these guys making these quick turnarounds. They get a couple fights under their belt. They make a few adjustments. We'll see what adjustments Nick has made and see if he can execute them tonight.
All right, we'll bring him out right now. We'll take it over to Jackson Hoops.
Fierce fans, our final fight of the preliminary card is sponsored by Pat's Media Productions. They have provided a top-tier broadcast for the Fierce fans at home who are streaming this event live on the Fierce Fighting Championship YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe channel and might need a battery on this microphone, but be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button for all your future Fierce Fighting Championship content, including fighter podcast interviews, highlight reels, and all of the fight replays and much more. Then after this fight and during the intermission, head on over to fiercefightingchampionship.com and click on the link to purchase the pay-per-view for the upcoming May card, also being broadcast by Pat's Media Production. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Nick Jackson and then RJ Wilgar to the cage.
All right, for the third time in 4 months, here is Nick Jackson. Jason, some adjustments from fight 1 to fight 2 led him to a slick submission victory in December, a step up tonight in competition, but he seems to have leveled up since we last saw him opposite Carson Craig.
Yeah, this is what the amateurs are for. This is, you get in there, you get a little bit of experience, you make some adjustments, you have some wins, you have some losses, and he's coming back in here making a quick turnaround.
Joel, fight 1 and fight 2 were only 3 weeks apart, eager to get reps in wherever he seems to be able to occupy a card.
Oh, absolutely. Especially as an amateur, it's all about getting those reps in, getting comfortable fighting in the cage, right? Getting punched, all of the above, right? We do it on a daily basis in sparring, but fighting is completely different than training, right? So getting it, having that quick turnaround helps a lot. Get the jitters out, makes you feel more comfortable in there, and I'm really excited to see what Nick Jackson brings tonight.
Over a year of Muay Thai reps in the bank for Nick Jackson as he's about to get checked out by the commission. A former collegiate athlete as well, college football at Southern Utah University, a defensive end at 235 pounds, played soccer at the University of Utah at 185 pounds, and now made the walk yesterday, or tipped the scales, I should say, at 170 pounds, Jason.
Yeah, he looks in great shape. You're playing in any kind of soccer game, you're conditioned.
Oh, absolutely.
Excited to see the independent Nick Jackson. Mentioned yesterday at the weigh-ins, he's looking to find a gym to call home. We will have to see what the future holds for him, but right now, facing opposite RJ Wilgar. Well, wherever he makes the walk, entertainment ensues. Enter RJ Wilgar. Joel, a top 10 welterweight in the state of Utah with a pair of jaw-dropping finishes. This Ogden crowd is in for a treat.
Oh, absolutely. Every fight that RJ fights, and he's always bringing it. He's always entertaining. And we're going to see him tonight live here in Ogden, and it's going to be great. Everyone's in for a treat tonight.
Jason, 2 finishes with one-and-done type power. He secured an 18-second knockout in his MMA debut just under a year ago.
Yeah, this guy's fireworks, and if his teammate set this tone earlier, Brandon Ramirez landed some heavy shots, landed heavy leg kicks. We'll see if he kind of implements some of that same game plan as we saw from his teammate.
Both wins have been by finish, one in the first round, one in the third round. Also has a decision loss. We will see how Wilgar fares in his fourth bout in just about over a year. RJ Wilgar coming up from St. George at Fusion MMA, home to so many talented prospects. Joel, we've seen so many over the years. I know you've got some friends down there as well.
Oh, absolutely. Some to name off, Zane Darlington, Christian Reese. Like they have a great facility down there, and an even better team. Like I went down there a few months ago, I should say. We trained. I got to teach some of those guys and girls, and it was great.
With that, let's go ahead and pull up our tail of the tape presented by Rush Hydro for this amateur welterweight bout. Nick Jackson, 2 years senior, identical in height. Nick Jackson weighing in at 170 pounds. RJ Wilgar with a record of 2-1. Nick Jackson with a record of 1-1. With that, let's take it over to Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Pat's Media Productions. This fight is an amateur welterweight bout scheduled for 3-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyestead. Introducing the first fighter fighting. Fierce fans, make some noise for Nick the Zen King Jackson. And introducing his opponent fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 169 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Fusion MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, hailing from St. George, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for RJ
Fusion MMA's RJ Wilgar on the road in red gloves. The freshly active Nick Jackson awaits opposite in the blue. This welterweight bout is brought to you by Pat's Media, providing a top-tier broadcast for whatever you're looking to showcase. Pat's Media, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Back in action is RJ Wilgar. First fights in September as he closes the distance early.
Yeah, RJ came right to the middle, ready to sling and bang.
Blindingly quick are the two fighters, Jason. You got to wonder who connects first. It's going to be RJ.
Something tells me not to blink in this fight.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, Jason. Exchanging right hands for right hands. I love it.
Wilgar invests in the body as Jackson attempts to take him down.
Nice trip.
Wilgar was slapping him when he was holding the leg there. I like that.
A fascinating matchup between these two. Nick Jackson has improved vastly, Jason, since we saw him in November.
Yeah, he looks good tonight.
Yeah, that was a very hard leg kick he landed on RJ there. Heard the slap echo here in the gym.
Met with some punches is Wilgar. He backs up to the fence and circles his way out.
Looks like both fighters are starting to calm down a little bit now after an exciting opening minute. Oh.
Down is Jackson, doesn't know where he is. RJ Wilgar finds himself in the win column.
Wow, that was very impressive. Right as I start saying, they start, relaxing a little bit in there. Bam, it happens.
Jason, a delayed finish.
Yeah, I said don't blink about 30 seconds ago, and if you blink, you missed that because that was a delayed reaction. I think he caught him right on the temple.
Joel, it's not every day you see those.
Not every day. Not every day. That happened quick. That was great. What an exciting finish.
We're going to see if we can pull up that replay between these two. Joel, we're going to have you go ahead and break that down for us. This replay is brought to you by Rush Hydro. Joel, take it away.
All righty, looks here. He's setting up that right hand, comes in with that jab, that quick jab with the right overhand, right quick, and it was lights out. Very impressive finish by Wilgar.
Looks like we're going to slow it down just a bit for you. Break down the movement a little bit.
1-2, your basic jab cross. That's what they teach us on day one, right, Blake?
Piston of a right hand finds RJ Wilgar 3-1 and looks to be one of the top contenders in the state of Utah. All love and respect between the two as they embrace mutual respect given the fact that both of them were firecrackers, Joel.
Firecrackers right off the bat, man.
Blinding speed, and RJ Wilgar is going to cement himself as a top name in just a few moments.
But let's definitely give the credit where credit's due. You know, Nick Jackson came in ready to bring it. Right when the bell went off, they were going back and forth, exchanging right hands. Nothing to be ashamed of, for sure.
With that, we'll make it official right now with Jackson Host.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyuset has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 18 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, RJ Wilgar.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, RJ. RJ, phenomenal performance. You guys came in there and were banging to start this fight. Did you expect that fight to go that way?
Yeah, I did actually. I needed to settle down and listen to my coach. I was just so stoked to get back in here, man. My last fight coming off a loss. I've just been motivated, just been putting in the work, man. It just feels so good for it to pay off.
Yeah, that was nice. You looked like you caught him with a clean shot to end it. I want to go to the replay screen up here and kind of walk me through that finish there, what you caught him with.
Yeah, so finally I started to settle down a little bit, and I heard my coach say, step in with the 1-2. And I guess he just freaking tagged him.
Yeah, it looks like you caught him like right on the temple because there's a little bit of a delayed reaction. We were talking about on the broadcast not to blink, and if you blink, you miss that. So you're back in the winning column. Where do you go from here?
Just process remains the same, man. Just keep working hard. I'm blessed with a beautiful wife. I'll have a son born in June. I already have one son, 20 months old. I'm just so grateful, man. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be standing here today.
I love it. Anybody else you want to give a shout? Sponsors, friends, family?
My family, Preventive Pest Control, the best pest control company out there, Advanced Mobile IV, and hopefully I can pick up some more sponsors along this journey.
I love it. We can't wait to see you back in the case. Congratulations again to your winner, RJ Wilgar.
RJ Wilgar, another finish for the prospect out of Fusion MMA. That's 6 finishes in 7 bouts thus far, and that will conclude our early prelim coverage. As we take a break, we will sign off on YouTube. To continue watching, head over to FierceFightingChampionship.com. We hope to see you in a matter of minutes. This is Fierce Challenger Series 9, presented by Rush Hydro.
I wanted to learn how to fight so that I could protect the people that I cared about.
This will be the 176th walk.